Good evening. We've made it to the final assignment of the semester. I know you wanted us to do it TED Talk style, present in front of a PowerPoint, but the best I could come up with is sitting in my truck with my laptop and a written essay that I'm going to transpose into a oral report. So, Mr. Josh, I thank you for a great semester. You're a great dude. Super chill, laid-back teacher. I enjoyed your class. The chemistry was awesome. So thank you for that. Thank you for making my senior year of college really kick butt. So my topic is persuasive communication. I feel it is one of, if not the most important communication skills to have in the modern day. We're always trying to get and do and to get people to do things for us. And the way to do that is to have great persuasive communication skills. I feel it's something I'm very good at, and in my career field, it's very important. We have to try to sell parts and sell units and machines and stuff to people, especially when they don't necessarily want to buy them. It's, important for us to try to convince them to do it. So, weird noise. All right. So, it's important to have top-notch communication skills. So, page 302 of our textbook, paragraph 2, says, and I quote, that using persuasion is not only used for selling products or recruiting people or receiving services, but it's also to engage certain feelings of the audience, which is important for when you're trying to control a room full of people or a group of people that you want to buy a certain product or this and this and that. It's important to catch their attention and to jump out at them and make them want to listen. So this is important to take into consideration, is that you must understand the audience and how can you present your persuasive views to the group. And I'm saying group as just in a general sense. When talking to the audience, it is key that you describe your goals of your persuasive presentation. So without giving too much away, if that's your goal, you need to put it out there what you want to do and how you want to do it and how you want to get the people to do it for you. So let the audience know what you are wanting them to do without giving them too much. Textbook, page 303, quote unquote, ask something from your audience members. This is important to getting to know them better, setting yourself up to understanding the audience, which, going back, is really super important. You want somebody to do something, you better cater to their needs a little bit. These tips are good at getting good at persuasive communication. In certain situations, you won't be able to use persuasive speaking like you normally would. You might come up to somebody who doesn't want to listen, or somebody who's just straight up not interested in hearing what you have to say or doing what you want them to do. So, what's this website called? Okay, umhbblog.com or .edu is a great website. This article that I read, really helpful. When your audience, remember who your audience is and who you have to deal with the situation. They had a good list of tips that I took some from, and I put them into my own words. So, build credibility from the get-go by using facts and examples of what you're talking about. So, say you want somebody to buy a pen, you better be able to tell them every little thing about the pen and why this pen is better than the pen they have. And usually that engages something in somebody's mind of interest. So they want to know why this pen is so freaking great. Put emphasis on the audience and keep reiterating your goal. Make it clear what you want to achieve and keep the audience interested and keep them going, keep them interacted with what you're trying to do. Remember, you're trying to get somebody to do something, and the way to do that is to keep them interested. If you tell me one, little thing, hey, go and do this, or blah, 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 I'm not going to remember. So, keep the audience involved. That's hugely important, because when somebody's involved, they have larger tendencies to fall into it and to carry out the task. And care somewhat about the audience. So pretty much this means know your boundaries. Know when to quit. You don't want to keep pushing something that you're not going to get across the board. And also, if it's a sensitive topic, if it's something like that, or if you know for a fact you're going to get these people to do something, then, keep the audience in mind. After all, they are the people you're trying to get to do things for you. Treat others how you want to be treated. Those tips right there really helped me get better at persuasive communication, because they help me get closer to the end product. In our textbook, page 305, section 3, gives a few more tips that are really awesome that I enjoyed a lot for persuasive communication. I know I'm running a little bit close on the time, but you can't do a big old presentation like this in 6 minutes. At least I can. Set a reasonable goal. You're not going to convince somebody to go rob a bank. Not saying you should, just in a general sense. Set reasonable goals. Start off with small things, work your way up if that's how you want to handle it. Find a common ground with the audience. You don't want to go talk to a bunch of females about working on cars and changing oil in cars and all this stuff. And I know there's women out there that are totally kick butt in that subject, but I'm using the stereotype that women aren't. My apologies. Find common ground. Know your audience. That's very important to find out. And use their opinions to your advantage. Meaning, respect your opinions, going back to what I said about respect your audience, keep them in mind. But know how to play people and know how to get in their head, step in their shoes, and use their opinions to your advantage. If you can get Joe Blow over here to buy this product, but you can't get, this lady over here to do it, then you might want to gear your conversation and your mindset over to Joe Blow. All of these tips and tricks, I know my thing was all over the place, but I'm all over the place. So these tips and tricks really helped me get a better understanding and grasp on persuasive communication. And you being, a teacher, you might not have known, or you might have, but hopefully you learned some of these things and are taking them into consideration, how to get students to do things. I know students like myself who are hard-headed and don't want to turn in work and have this going on and experience this and do this. It may take a little bit of persuading and trickery to get me to do stuff. So, persuasive speaking is so huge in modern time. It's very, very important to be good at it and to understand it and to apply it. So hopefully you learned. Hopefully you use these to your advantage. And hopefully you enjoy this enough to give me a decent grade. I don't know. I'm not saying nothing. But yeah, thanks. This was a cool assignment. I really learned a lot myself. So thank you.